What are we making?
Mini meatballs.
We're gonna make spaghetti and meatballs. Hi, I'm Patrick. What's your name?
Isa.
We're with Hensi Family Farm, and one of the focuses this year we want to do is teach you some of our favorite recipes. Might save you a buck or two. Really easy to do, and it's so easy a 5-year-old can do it. There are a couple of things that we like to do when we're making spaghetti and meatballs. Whenever possible, you know, it's tomato season here at the farm. We'll do that
Tomato sauce. Tomato sauce.
Instead of getting like ragu or something like that, get something like Cento Passata. This is an Italian product, and there's some important things on here. It's like in the ingredient list, all it's there is tomatoes and sea salt. Ragu or you know, even Paul Newman's or this or that or whatever. You know, there's so many brands out there, and they're expensive. They're like $10 plus for like a jar of pasta sauce. You know. And this is $3.50 to $4.50, depending on where you get it from. You could probably even find it cheaper than that. I'd like to point out for folks, so this is Mere Glen. This is a Northwest product, and this is organic tomato sauce. Passata and tomato sauce, pretty much the same thing there. Pureed tomatoes that they pass through a sieve to like take out the seeds and stuff like that. This one is no salt added, but when you look on the ingredients here, it says organic tomato puree, water, organic tomato paste, organic onion powder, citric acid, organic garlic powder, you know, and not that those are bad things at all, but like the Italian product, tomatoes only. The American product, citric acid and these, you know, seasonings in there. Sure. Here, walk it right up to the camera there so they can see what it is. Okay, come and sit back down. Yeah, this is her favorite part and her biggest role in creating this dish would make meatballs out of Hills Farm Italian sausage. This is a local Oregon product. Hills Farm out of Pendleton, Oregon. I use a lot of their products at the Cook Shack here at the farm. I use their bacon. I'll use their ham. For the hot ham and cheese sandwich. The bacon is in the warm bacon apple slaw that I have here that goes on our bratwurst. But the important thing on this to know is that it's just a mild sausage, so it's good for the kids, and this is a time-saving element.
We're gonna make little balls so we can put it in.
Little meatballs, and we make mini meatballs because you know they're cute for the kids. That's what we do here. And then you pop these in a 350-degree oven for about 15 minutes, and they're done. And that part is done. The other things that will go in there, this Italian flat leaf parsley. There is the curly processed parsley as well, but I like to use the flat leaf. What do you got there, Chef?
Can you help me?
You don't know what it is? Oh. Basil.
Oh.
So, and that's more of a finished component. The parsley will go into the little pan sauce I'm gonna do for a marinara, if you will. And then another good thing to add to your dish is what now?
We can both do it.
Okay, we're both gonna do it. Okay, little chef, what is this?
This is the pasta where we're gonna put in the oven to bake so we can have some spaghetti.
Well, we're gonna cook it on the stovetop actually, but
what
kind of pasta is it?
Long spaghetti?
Long spaghetti. And in particular, what I'm recommending to you is also to look for spaghetti that's made in Italy. This is the Cecco. You can find some other brands. Doesn't matter, but I like, again, use the old world stuff. This is going to be made from a semolina flour. It's going to have less processing involved in your stuff. So if you have people that are even a little bit gluten intolerant, if you use old world pasta, you're going to have a lot more stomach friendly pasta dishes for your family. Use whatever. Costco sells an 8-pack of, I think 8 or 6-pack of Italian made spaghetti noodles. I happen to find these $1.25. So $1.25. This is $4. The passata was $4, and then the parsley was $1.50. We'll have a little bit of sweet white onion in there as well, so about 50 cents worth of onion. Basil was probably one of the more expensive components. That was $2.99. I'll put all the math there, but this is easily gonna feed a family of 4 or 5 for should be less than $20. Okay, she's out of here. All right, here we go. Spray a little. And we just got our meat here. Why do we spray our hands, Chef?
Because we do not want to get this meat sticky to us.
Yeah, it'll stick all over us. You just get little portions of your meat.
And then you just roll them into balls and you put them on the pan.
Yep. Go ahead, see what size you got going there. I'll keep cutting.
Okay.
See if we like that size or you want a little bit bigger.
Okay.
1 pound of sausage. So I'm just cutting it into basically little half-ounce meatballs. Probably thereabouts. It can be random, some big, some small.
Yep.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, because we're gonna have 3 grown-ups and 2 children.
Yep.
In the house.
Yep. Plenty of meatballs for everybody. How's your little ball?
Good, I'm trying to make it.
Yeah, squish it a little bit.
Wait, like this?
Yeah, but so you work it over a little bit, you squish it a little bit, and then you get a nice little ball.
Oh. It doesn't matter where they go, right?
Not really. We'll straighten them out when we get everything on there.
Mm-hmm. I can make the best meatball I can. That's
fine. So you gotta squish them a little bit. And then, yeah, there you go.
It's funny when you toss them.
Yeah? Is that funny?
Hey, I'm getting a little ball.
Yep, that's what you're supposed to do, little chef.
Ah!
Don't drop it on the floor.
I did it. I just shoved it on the counter.
We'll have to sing the sad meatball song. On top of spaghetti, all covered with cheese. I lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed. That the last one?
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Then I want you to go ahead and organize the whole little pan there, okay? Get them in nice rows, please.
Okay.
All right. Nice top. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I got our pasta water going there. I do recommend that you salt your water, not ocean salinity, but a nice chunk of salt in there. I had 1 Roma tomato left over. Just getting there a little bit on the meatballs. I'm gonna let them go a little bit longer. Generally, the cooking time of the meatballs is going to be about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how you like your meatball done. You could temp them too, but generally that's going to do it. All right, here's the meatballs. You see it got a little bit of color on them. That you could painstakingly make sure they're evenly browned everywhere, but not a big deal. They're cooked all the way through. You can just check on them, push on them. You can temp them, whatever you like to do. So here's your mise en place for the spaghetti sauce. Both types of onions, red and white, because they're in the fridge. A little Roma tomato, and then you add in a little parsley and a little basil, and you finish with a little bit of parsley and a little bit of basil. That's it. So the sauce is real simple. You start off with your onions in the pan and sweat them, but you don't need to do that. You can just grab that jar of passata, put that in the pan, salt, pepper, dried basil, dried parsley, oregano, whatever you like, a little bit of garlic, dried garlic, doesn't matter. All those things are generally in your cupboard. The point is to get your sauce in the pan and then toss in your noodles, a little bit of pasta water, mix it all together, and then plate. It's pretty simple.
Not big for that.
She is good. You should try to be like.
All right, so spaghetti and meatballs on a budget with the Hills Farm sausage serving as our meatballs. With the, sorry, it says Beyond Me.
Really good.
Dinner for 5 for less than $20. I'll do the math. But very simple. Remember to like, follow, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Okay, I did the math. It's less than $20. This is my cart from Safeway. If you watch out for sales, it's going to be even less for you. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.